every magic land a police state? That's what it seems to be in this issue of Shazam #4. So our comic opens up with, well, someone waking up to his radio clock alarm, which is weird because that's a regular old-timey wind-up clock. I used to have one when I was like 5. Anyway, he knocks his alarm down, and it reveals, if not going by his hand, it's a tiger. And his name is Tawny. Tawny the tiger. And he's brushing his teeth, getting ready to go, the whole time saying, "It's nice to meet you. I won't eat you. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance." You know, just trying to get ready for the day. And he puts a book called How to Not Eat Your Friends in his coat as he heads out to what is clearly supposed to be Zootopia, but with reptiles, which is why it's called the Wildlands instead of Zootopia, as well as, you know, legal issues. Or Zootropolis, which would also bring legal issues. But anyway, we see him going through the town of the Wildlands, and he is then accosted by watchdogs from the laws of nature. Well, that's what the officer calls him, or the agent calls him as he looks in, and they bust him. They bust Tawny for having, you know, forbidden literature, like How to Stop Eating Your Friends, which you would think wouldn't be controversial for a society of different animals ranging from carnivores to herbivores to omnivores. So before Tawny can, you know, try to explain himself as he tries to lie about the book, he gets knocked out, and then we cut to Darla and Freddy, you know, with the other police Gestapo. And Darla doesn't seem to realize this is a problem because all she sees is a giant kitty. And like, come on, Franklin. I love animals. Animals love me. Franklin's like, we gotta go. Freddy's like, we gotta go. He's trying to say Shazam. The word doesn't do anything. So what's going on? Well, then we cut to Billy in the Funlands being taken in by King Kid. And it turns out that he's still a bit miffed because, you know, in his mind, they're adults. They're all adults and they're disguised as children. And he says, well, you know what happens? You know how much I really hate this? You know, you have polluted my Funland because I created the Funland. I created Funland so kids can get away from bad parents. Because parents are the worst. They hurt their kids. They yell at their kids and make them feel terrible. And it's all just because the kids exist. And that's why I created the Funlands. And they stay here forever. And when they turn 18... into the Gestapo. I mean, the work camps. I mean, the boiler room. The below. The below. It's called the below. And the adults here, not even fitted with proper clothes, are effectively working the boilers, making the toys and everything. And we even see that Mary's down there, and her mouth is covered so she can't say the word. And Billy is enraged because that means that all these adults here working, they were kids who just wanted to get away from bad parents at the worst. And now here they are, chastised for being just adults. And then we cut back to the Wildlands, and you know, Freddy's trying to like make some peace. And Darla makes it worse by saying, "You're all so cute, I could eat you all right up." They go, "Ah!" Like, no, you didn't mean that for real. And then we get what I guess is supposed to be Jesse from Zootopia, but not Jesse from Zootopia, walking out. And apparently, criminals are fed to tigers. And I also want to point out that on City Hall, there's an elephant and a donkey. Then we cut back to the Earthlands, where, you know, Billy's foster parents are trying to find Billy and the others, and they don't quite know what's going on. So he thinks, Billy's dad thinks that, you know, this is because they overheard him. And he says that there was another reason, that it wasn't that Billy got lost at the zoo. He ran away. And before he can tell us exactly what's going on, we cut back to the Game Lands, where Pedro and Eugene are accosted by something worse than the police, referees. And they don't have game cards. They don't have the papers, and they don't have a score, so they have to be detained, and they run for it, and where they eventually find out the only way to get out of the Game Lands is to beat the Game Master, which is the most video game thing ever, but whatever. Meanwhile, at the Rock of Eternity, we see someone has arrived, and he's like, ugh, the council sealed off the lands from one another for a reason, you stupid boy. The monster lands are still closed, thank heavens, but probably not for long. It revealed that this voice is none other than Black Adam. And he says, you know what, you've done a lot. You have no idea what you've done, Billy Batson. And that's how the comic ends. So, Black Adam's back at it again. This is actually kind of awesome. I don't think Black Adam is going to be in Shazam. I think he's being saved for another project, which is a bit of a shame, really. But this issue might be my most favorite, even though I don't like the game lands. I love the wild lands. I love that Tawny is trying to be, not a conventional tiger in a world where he shouldn't be a traditional tiger. Like, fish are friends, not food, makes sense for a world where every animal has to coexist. So don't quite get that. I love that there's forbidden literature. I love that, you need papers. I love that the undesirables are sent to, the gulag. I mean, the below. I love all of it. This is possibly, my favorite issue by far. With that in mind, let's bring this video close here. If you're new to the Bucket Think Tank, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. What are you hoping from not just this book, but the Shazam movie coming out soon? And I will catch you all later. This is the Bucket Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching, and may your fandom serve you well.